Hi, I'm Ayla with True You Systems. Today we're going to be talking about what is the Enneagram. A lot of times when you're having the Enneagram explained to you, it's confusing and complicated, and there's like all these lines and it's a circle and I don't know what's going on. But the Enneagram is really just a system. It's a tool for understanding ourselves and others better. It's a really intricate system and it's a multi-layered system. So it can take some time to really understand it. But at its base, what it's looking at is internal motivations that drive our external behavior. The Enneagram has this weird idea that you're not just your personality, that you're more than your personality, that your personality is a set of patterned responses, and that internally there's more to you than those patterned responses that you show to the world. So what is personality then? I like to think about it a few different ways. One is that personality is kind of like a mask that you put on every day. It's the one that's the most comfortable. It fits right. It feels good. You don't have to think about it and you just put it on and it works. It does everything that you need to. But sometimes it can be that you don't have any other option of another one to wear when like the situation arises and you don't need that same personality pattern, but that's the one you always do. And all of a sudden you're in conflicts with people because that's the one that you're used to, or all of a sudden you're not able to say no to something because that's the one you're used to. So another way to think about personality is like a best friend. Always has your back, always there for you, always. Meaning like it doesn't go away. So sometimes that's really great. Maybe your personality pattern has a lot of extroversion and it's super helpful because you're going into a party later and you need to be able to talk to people and they're right there. That best friend right there ready for you can talk to anybody, which is awesome. But that best friend is still there when you can't go see people or for some reason you're alone. And now that high extroversion is wanting all of the affirmation from other people around them to talk to all these people and you're alone. What do you do? And so that can be hard. So the Enneagram looks at the internal motivations that drive our external behavior. But sometimes it's hard to know what is the internal motivation for something, even when you're seeing the behavior outside in the world, either in others or ourselves. One example that I like to use is about someone eating. So you're seeing this behavior, someone's eating, and you can assume that they're eating because they're hungry. That makes sense. The motivation is hungry and the behavior is that they're eating. But sometimes when people are eating, they're anxious or they're tired or they're bored. It can be a lot of different motivations for the same behavior. So the Enneagram says that we need to look at those behaviors over a period of time and start to see when those behaviors happen, and then we can have an idea of what's motivating them. And by noticing what's motivating those behaviors, we have more options of how to deal with the drive, the motivation, and we can not always do the same patterns over and over and over again. The Enneagram is not a perfect system, which is crazy coming from me because I love the Enneagram. But it's not a perfect system. There's no system that's perfect, that gets everything right. It's a tool, and it helps us have different lenses on reality. It helps us to have a better focus and to see things more deeply than we might normally. And the more that you learn about this system and others and are able to layer over and onto them, you can have a deeper understanding of yourselves and also of others. So that's a bit about the Enneagram. I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions, please write them in the comments below. If you have any other examples of what it's like to go into your personality patterns and how that can be helpful sometimes and be hard sometimes, let me know that too. I love to hear from you and I learn so much. I can't wait to talk with you again. Bye-bye.